Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Jessie D. I know it has been a long time since I have recorded and uploaded a video because school and work has been very hectic. I graduated in December, thank God. But anywho, the last video that I made was about my vision board, and at the end of this video I'm gonna just attach another part that is my showing you my actual vision board and how I applied the pictures to it. But today we are going to talk about credit cards and which credit cards are easier to get, which companies are more lenient, things like that, because I know a lot of people that come into my job and apply for a card. They're like, I don't know if I'm going to get approved, and some people get really bummed out and disappointed when they don't get approved, and they don't actually understand like the requirements and different things like that. When it comes to certain companies and how they are and which companies are easier to get and different things like that. So they get really bummed out and really don't want to apply. But hopefully on this video I'm going to give you some tips and what to look out for in order to know if you fit usually that financial company's criteria in order to get approved, so you don't just go out there and just be filling out for cards and getting bummed out and getting disappointed because you don't get approved. So, okay, the first company I want to talk about is Community Bank. And they have like a lot of, I'm going to link their list of credit cards that they actually service below, so you can know like if that's somewhere that you shop at. But Community Bank has a lot of cards, as far as they have Victoria's Secret card, they have K's card, they have Zales, they have Abercrombie and Fish, different places like that. And they're usually more lenient when it comes to being approved for a card. If you're starting out, that is definitely a bank like I would look for. And how you know is when you go into a store, ask them like what company services your card, or get one of the little brochures, and on the brochure it'll tell you which company services the card. So another way is when you look on a website, say Discover, Capital One, Chase, City, or anything like that, if they have a secured card and you know your credit is iffy, and when I say iffy, anywhere like in the 500s to the low 6s range, I would definitely like start with their secured card and move your way up. Most companies graduate cards, which means like if you start with a secured card, after like a year or 8 months, they will refund your deposit and turn your card into an unsecured card. So that is exactly what happened with me when it comes to Discover. That was the first credit card that I got to start reestablishing my credit, and I paid a $200 deposit. And after 8 months, they refunded my deposit and turned my card into an unsecured card and gave me a brand new credit limit. And most of the time they start off kind of low, but mine has went up with Discover because I've been with Discover for a few years now. And so I definitely always at least make my minimum payment on time. And when I had Discover with their my secured card, my limit was like $200, and then my minimum payment I had to pay a month was $20. So it wasn't bad. It was no reason for me to default on a $20 payment a month. Even if you don't pay your credit card off balance, at least pay your minimum on time. Never be late on that, because that is exactly what they're looking for, to see if you're responsible with making your payments. Always try to get a credit card with a big company or a legit company that you can stay with for a long period of time, because it builds a good credit history. And it also when you up your limit, they'll up your limit and things like that, and that'll also help with your utilization. Another bank is Capital One Bank. Capital One is a really good bank. They have an unsecured card as well. I know people that do have their unsecured card and they really like it. When I started with Capital One, I applied for the Capital One Platinum card, which is their base card, and my credit score was in the 500s, and I was approved for like a $300 credit limit, and it definitely has spiraled out of control since then. But I have been very faithful with the company because they gave me a chance when nobody else did. They were the first ones to give me an unsecured credit limit. And I was very grateful. So I was like, I'm gonna always keep this relationship well, because, and at least pay my minimum, because I don't want to ever, like, you know, get on this company's bad side to where they're not upping my limits and things like that. I have had several credit limit increases in 2 years, and it was definitely a card that is definitely a card that I will keep for a long period of time. And Capital One also upgrades your cards. I started with Platinum, but now I have a Quicksilver card, and probably going to be getting a Venture soon. Probably Venture One, because I don't do Venture because they have an annual fee, and I'm not paying an annual fee. I just refuse to. But definitely that is a company that you want to get in good with. If you have defaulted on a Capital One card before, I would call them and talk to them and pay that off and try to see if you can start back over, because it's definitely a company that does second chances. I have read a lot of reviews on Credit Karma that they do second chances, so definitely call and ask them and talk to them. Capital One also services Saks Fifth, Neiman Marcus, and a couple of other places. I'll link the link below. My Saks card is probably the most dangerous card in my wallet. I do not recommend anybody that likes designer things to get a Saks card, because it's very tempting when you have a limit. You can up your limit on your Saks card once a month. They do a soft pull, so it doesn't even affect your credit score. My limit is crazy on that card, and I really don't want to use it because I feel like I will never pay it off. So if you are the type that likes designer things, don't even get it. Don't even worry about it, because there's no cash back on or anything like that. They do give reward points and you can get gift cards, but I just wouldn't do it. If I were you, I do not recommend it. But if you can control yourself, then go ahead and get one. If you can, I think my credit limit with with Saks, when I got my Saks card, was maybe like a 6 something. It wasn't really high, so I think they're more of the easier cards to get. I have a Nordstrom card. My Nordstrom is serviced by a bank that I do not know. I will find out and link it below. But my Nordstrom card is very dangerous as well. And if you are somebody that likes high-end stuff, I would not advise you to get one of their cards. They do have a Nordstrom MasterCard. Saks has a Saks MasterCard as well, and you can use it anywhere that MasterCard is accepted. But both of my cards I just keep as store cards, because I don't want to pay any extra fees or anything like that, or feel like I'm just going to be using it, because I like to kind of keep those balances at zero. But if you do like high-end stores and you shop there a lot, you already spend cash, go ahead and do it, because you can just turn around at the register and pay cash and pay it off and not carry a balance. But if you're not that disciplined, don't go and get it. But I will link most of the cards below. The big boy cards like Discover, American Express. Don't get me wrong, American Express has 2 types of credit cards. American Express has charge cards and American Express has credit cards. The difference between a charge card and a credit card is a charge card, you have to pay off the entire balance in full. They usually have, they don't have a credit limit, but they do have spending limits, which means like usually like $30,000, $40,000 or whatever like that. But you have to pay like people think, okay, like most businesses use charge cards, or like rich people use charge cards. I don't have one of these cards. I said I was going to get one just to have like an American Express Gold, because they sent me a pre-approval letter. And I just like the way the card looks. Like, it's just nice. So I was like, maybe I should just get one just to get one. But I don't know, because I don't feel like I'll ever use it. And I think the annual fee is like $0, and then like the second year is $195. But you do get like perks. You get like certain privileges at the airport, and you get to go into these different lounges, and you get all those kind of perks, which I feel like is like above my pay grade. I don't make that much money to where I need to like be mingling with rich people and stuff like that. So I don't know if I really need it. I just kind of wanted just to have it. But I hadn't made up my mind yet if I'm gonna do it or not. Probably not. But also just about any jewelry store will give you a credit card when you're starting off. Not rebuilding. Like if you have bad credit, of course not. If you have bad credit, you need to go to a secured card. If you're starting off, I would go to like K Jewelers or Zales or somewhere like that has because those stores are really easy to start credit with. And once you've started one, you pretty much can, you know, get card after card or whatever once you've established one for at least like 90 days. So okay, to sum up this video, I do not want to make this video long because it's late. I'm tired, and I feel like I pretty much narrowed it down. But so find out what bank services the card, if it's a store card that you want to get. If your credit is bad, I'm talking like in the 400s or low 5s, you need to get a secured card from a major corporation like Discover, Capital One, Barclays, Citibank. Chase does not have. I'm going to wrap this up. I will list everything below, and I will also be writing a blog about what to go into a little bit more detail with each company and the personal experience that I've had with them and experiences that I have secondhand information from. So everything will be listed below, and I will put them in category as far as what type of credit the financial company usually works with and deals with. And this is all just my personal experience. I'm not saying that everything will be 100%, that yes, you will get approved, because everybody's credit situation is different. It's up to you to know your credit score and what exactly is on there and what could hurt you. A lot of inquiries will hurt you, so do not just blindly go out there just applying just to see what you can get for what you can get approved for, because it will hurt your credit. So this is just to help you when it comes to having a hard pull on your credit. And usually they don't want you to have more than 3 a year, so definitely be leery about what you apply for, especially if you don't know if you're going to get approved or not. And please research and know for yourself exactly what financial situation that you are in. It will help you in the long run. But I will definitely be writing a blog today and going through what I said in this video in a little bit more detail, just in case like you're not a listener, you're more of a reader. So thank you for taking time to listen to me. If you have any questions, all my contact information will be below, my email, my social media, and everything. And I wish you best of luck in your financial endeavors. And I'm always here to help any time of the day. Thanks. Hey y'all. I said I was going to show you like what I did as far as my vision board. And I did not put a lot of pictures this year. It was more words because I want to focus on like the positive aspects of the words. But this is basically what it looks like. I always start with my spiritual, go toward business, physical, finances, miscellaneous things, and school, which should be number 1 because I graduate this year. But I just wanted to let you know like exactly how I did it and some of my goals and things like that. But thank y'all for listening, and if you have any more questions, go back to the video that I had about vision boards. Bye.